Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the NCEA Level 1 Populations exam. My name's Kieran and I'm going to give you some quick tips about writing a great populations essay. So I had a wee look on the NCQA site and I found that these are the questions that they can ask us in the context of our case study that we've been learning throughout the year. So we might be asked about population distribution. This is how a population is distributed and why it's distributed in this way. We might also be asked about population diversity, i.e. the composition of a population. This might include ethnicity or age-sex structure. China is a great example of this, where there's a higher proportion of males to females, resulting of course from the one-child policy. We might also be asked about migration and mobility of a population, so assessing the external and internal trends and the push and pull factors that have resulted in movement. We might also look at the population change over time. So we could look at total population, natural increase, or age-sex structure for this. We might also be asked about population sustainability. So this is the capacity of the environment to support a population over the long term. So as with most geography exams, the hard part isn't actually learning about your case study, it's knowing how to transform this information into a nice, cohesive essay. So the basic essay components are an introduction, a few main body paragraphs, and a conclusion. For our intro and conclusion, we want a summary of our essay question in the context of our case study. And for an introduction, we'll need a roadmap of what we're going to be talking about, or in this case of our conclusion, a summary of what we have been talking about. Now for our main body paragraphs, we can use the handy acronym PEAL to lay out our paragraphs. So each paragraph should contain a point, an explanation, examples, and a link. So point is our basic opening statement that tells the assessor what we're going to be talking about in our paragraph. Next, we want to go on to explain this point in as much detail as possible. We want to include specific examples within our paragraph, so this is our statistics, facts and figures that we've learnt about our case study. Finally, we want to link it all back to the essay question, which shows the assessor that the point we have made relates to our overall essay question. So let's take a look at concepts in the populations exam that we need to know about. So the assessors call for integrated specific evidence, and the rule of thumb here is for achieved you need at least 3 pieces of specific evidence, and for merit and excellence you need to include more than 3. Integrated just means we want our examples woven throughout our essay to back up what we're talking about. Now if you want to include diagrams and maps in your essay, it's a great idea, but you need to make sure that they are relevant and accurate. You also need to make sure that you refer to your diagrams and maps within the text, because if you don't talk about them, then you're not going to get any credit for them. Now something that's really important for the populations essay is geographic terminology. This shows the assessor that we're writing a geographic essay and we've got a good geographic understanding on the topic. So instead of talking about New Zealand's population having more people in the North Island than the South, we'd want to say there's a higher population density in the North Island than the South. Something else that's really important for a populations essay is current examples. Now because populations are so dynamic, they're always changing, so stats get outdated really quickly. We want to make sure we've got the most up-to-date statistics. A really good website for this is Statistics New Zealand. Now something else we need to include within our essays is important geographic ideas. Now this is especially important for merit and excellence. Geographic ideas are the ideas around which geography is focused, so it really shows the assessor that you've got a good geographic understanding. And these are really easy to implement in your essays. It could be as simple as stating, this is related to the important geographic idea of accessibility because of this reason. Now if you struggle with geographic ideas, there's a really good list in Geographic Skills under Geographic Concepts, which will get you up to speed on geographic ideas and everything you need to know about them. Great, so that's really all you need to know to start writing awesome essays for the populations exam. Remember to follow our nice, well laid out essay structure, include lots of specific evidence, and write from a geographer's perspective, so geographic terminology and geographic ideas. And I guarantee you'll do an awesome job. Good luck, guys!